Oh, hello. You were unconscious and I pulled you out of this river. You need to go play this video game. It's the Forgotten City. We got an ending last time. It's not good enough. Because we found out there are other endings, didn't we? That, like, little timeline at the end said there were 4 endings. We got ending 2. And, I believe when we continue, yeah, we're going to start where we found the captive. Now, we're going to talk to her again. Now, the way we got the ending was we said that we would escape with her.
I'm Scintilla. He wants to keep her behind me. The only problem is it's barred by... I don't know. Sentius.
Right, he wants to crucify her father. Well, she just murders him. She doesn't actually, you know, do the rest.
I'm going to take that key from around his neck. Even if it... I'm done caring about the...
What about the others?
There won't be enough time.
Okay, so we said, let's get out of here together last time. What if we round up everyone? Like, can we get people together so more people can escape?
There's no time. Wait, did you hear that? He's here.
Well, sorry, but I let you go last time.
What? No, you can't just leave me here. How can you be so heartless?
It's pretty easily when you're a time traveler. Like, the events of timelines, it's not like people's actual lives. They're just, you know, attempts that you can retry. I mean, I guess that's what would actually happen to a person who was in a time loop. Like, human lives would no longer seem like human lives anymore. It would just seem like playthings, because you can reset at any time. It's just too dangerous. Let me just go talk to Sensus. I'll be reasonable with him.
It's no use. You'll never persuade him of anything. I'm telling you, he's a monster. Please.
I can be fairly persuasive.
You're making a mistake.
You wouldn't be the first one. So I guess he's not going to come in. Like, if we had let her go... Right, that's going to be locked. He would have come through that door. Oh, wait. Is he coming? No, that number's not changing if we stand still. So... That, the only... Well, we could go back down into the cistern. The other door, and just taking a quick look around the room. Were there any other... Okay, this one's locked too. Just making sure that there's nothing else in the room before we drop into the cistern. Well, I'm not gonna fall into the water. That's fine. Alright, let's go talk to Sensus and see if we can, you know... I'm sure he'll be a reasonable man. It sure is going to, you know, give a different context to what we do in this game. Now knowing that Sensus is doing what he's doing. Because previously we didn't know that, you know? Previously we, you know, we thought he was okay. But now, everything that we do, well, we're gonna know. We're gonna know about this guy.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
Are they? Ah, you've returned. Do you have any news about your investigation?
Yes, I found your daughter.
Me? What are you talking about?
And she's tied up in the cistern.
You know, you remind me of him.
Who's that?
Al Worth. The fellow who came through the portal before you.
Oh, yeah, we met Al in the ending. You seem like a pretty stand-up guy. What?
Come now. Surely.
Okay, now he's going to give his speech about remembering everything.
But I'm
And it turns out that he wants to keep this going
and because of that,
because he basically... it makes him immortal.
time I awoke. I mean,
Or, like, he thinks so.
3 times? Extremely. And yet everything, because there's no escape. So, you discover.
You knew there was a way out, and you even locked your own daughter to keep it a secret. Why?
Why? Isn't it obvious?
Right. Well, we know why, yes.
And as long as this day.
He really likes repeating this day over and over. Hand over the key to the exit.
And why would I agree to that?
It's the right thing to do.
You and your pathetic morality. Nobody cares about your opinions or what happens, where you're from. Least of all, me. Understand that to me, you've never been anything more than a useful idiot, and you're no longer useful.
A useless idiot is maybe the dangerous kind. If you don't hand it over, you might have an uprising on your hands.
You might want to think that through. If anyone so much as touches me, everyone dies.
Yeah, that did happen when he was when Malleolus accused him of treason after winning the election. The golden rule was broken. It's not clear why. What's to stop me from taking it by force?
The only way you're getting this key is over my dead body. And if I die, I won't be able to open the portal for you again, meaning you'll have created a paradox. You see, it was my actions that brought you to this point in time. So if you kill me, you'll stop me from doing so, and you being here will be an impossibility. That means if I die, you'll be flung back to your original time, having caused the deaths of everyone.
Hey, did you hear any of that?
Is that what you want?
I guess you're just minding your own business. Did you hear anything that Sensus is saying here? Like he's saying it right in front of you. This isn't over.
I certainly hope not. In fact, I want it to go on and on forever until you wither and die like Al did, and the gods send yet another useful idiot to extend my life for me.
I'll find a way to break the cycle, and you with it.
What are you going to do? Beg the gods for help? They don't care about you, and neither do I. Now, get out of my villa. I'm bored with you.
Not in your villa. Also, I guess we might as well.
Don't be so foolish. If you kill me, we all die. And if I die, I won't be able to open the portal for you again, meaning you'll have created a paradox. You see, it was...
Yeah, I know. We established this. Well, I mean, maybe that is kind of what I want, though.
The many shall suffer for the sin.
He has no items.
Man lives badly who does not know how to die well.
So... Okay, yeah, but...
Oh,
Yeah, there he is.
hi there. Gave me a bit of a fray. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Right, so I guess ending number 1, I guess, is the same as number 2, whereas we break the paradox, where we cause the paradox, so we stop the time loop. This is a little different so far. Alworth, I came in here to find you.
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I might say. I was hoping you'd know who I am.
Funny you should ask. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kind of rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina and murdered a local magistrate, breaking some kind of ancient law.
That was me.
It said that the voice of a furious god rang out, and the ground trembled and statues sprang to life, firing arrows at the city's inhabitants.
All me.
As the citizens screamed and died in pain, the stranger just vanished in a flash of light.
Yeah, it just happened to me a few seconds ago.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand.
Right, he was dead. But we established this in ending number 2. We had, like, this, yeah, we gave him the suicide note.
God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing.
So I guess you could get this ending basically immediately. I don't know, I guess if you were speedrunning the game, because one of the character types you could pick, they say starts with a gun. So I guess if you wanted to speedrun the game, probably the fastest way to do that is to pick that character, go straight to Sensius and shoot him.
I guess. So what you're really saying is, you brought me back from the dead to let me die all over again. You saw the tablet. I spent a lifetime searching for a way out and never found one. I can't see how I could possibly find one now, so it seems like we're both gonna die here.
Alright, so this is a little bit different. I regret nothing, honestly.
How can you say that? You murdered a man in cold blood, and now there's a city full of dead people. And it's only a matter of time before we join them. I guess all those old Latin inscriptions were right. Pro peccata unius multis dolabunt. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Alright, that's ending number 1. How many might have survived if I hadn't killed Sentius in cold blood? Well, we tried that, and the answer was no one. But with ending number 2, we did get out, and we talked to Karen. Can I not skip the credits? Maybe not. Doesn't... Oh, there we go. Tap escape to continue. There we go. Okay. Just took a few seconds. Alright, so that's ending number 1. So ending number 3... Wonder if we can get ending number 3 by talking to her again.
Thank you. I'm saying he wants to be... I don't know. But I'm done. There won't be enough.
Let's see. Right, I said, what if I don't think saying rounding everyone up, I don't think that, like, opened up a new quest or anything. Yeah, I can't let her go. She's gonna kill Sentius, and that'll activate ending 2.
What? No.
Look, I'm a rational free thinker, and our escape isn't worth the lives of everyone here. Like, in ending number 1, I chose my life over the lives of everyone else. What if I'm selfless this time?
I hate you. I spit on you. I hope Dis drags you to Tartarus.
Okay, so we could confront Sentius. I guess we'll do that. Woo! Ow. I missed. And just because you're a time looper, it doesn't mean you can be careless. It doesn't mean you can just hit your head on the stone platform.
You. I don't... There's no... What?
Okay, she hates us. But we did get the thing that says we should just make sure I don't hit that this time. Okay, well, okay, I'm on the vines. Well, Sensus sure does get pompous once we confront him. And look, he like gets in our face and says, haha, clearly you're not going to kill me because it would mean all these people would die. So what are you going to do? And it's like, look, if I'm as much of an idiot as you think I am, you could probably tell I'm going to kill you. There's some stuff here. Oh yeah, like that. Oh, am I not holding the golden one? Yeah, that's the golden one. Can I get on? Okay, there we go. There's some money. This money belongs to no one, so it's not stealing when I take it. I wonder if antagonizing Sensus is the move. Like it came up in our quests. Confront them about this. I wonder if that is something we should be doing. If I'm not just going to just shoot him. There's certainly a number of quests to do, you know. It's not like we have a lack of quests that have come up to try. I assume getting ending 4, I assume that is going to involve getting all of the plaques. You remember they told us to get the plaques? Put them on the obelisk outside the temple? I assume like that's going to be the big one. Oh, we took his key in a previous time loop, didn't I? Like, there's the key, but we have the key because we took the key.
Elected your magistrate, is it?
Hey, there's that guy.
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so you must have been desperate to see me. Well, what do you want?
Hey, you have different colored eyes. He's the secret Christian. You're Quintus?
My name is Marcus Malleolus Gurgis. You seem to have confused me with someone else.
You have one green eye and one blue eye, just like the description in this execution order from Emperor Nero.
You mean my heterochromia? I am guilty of nothing more than having different colored eyes. And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens. I like to think it is simply the way the gods have chosen to mark a natural-born ruler. Nothing more.
Apparently, Quintus also suffers from delusions of grandeur, it says here.
Well, I am not suffering from any delusions, as today's election will firmly establish.
I can't prove it's you yet, but I will.
Unlikely, because it simply isn't true. Now, was there something else you wanted?
What's your story?
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today.
What will you do if you win?
I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny.
How will you do that?
By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule. It's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie?
The golden rule is that... Well, actually, let's ask him what makes him sure it's not real.
The person making a claim bears the onus of proving that claim. Can you do that? Can you prove the Golden Rule is real?
It's definitely real.
Nonsense! There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break it, then you'd be dead already.
What would it take to prove to you it's real? Books? Notes?
Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything you read, as if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down?
Even if I can't prove it, if I'm right, then accepting it will avert disaster. If I'm wrong, then accepting it will make the city a better place. Isn't that a good thing?
I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them the freedom to do as they wish.
I'm reliving the same day over and over again. The golden rule is broken each time.
What? Oh, I see what's happening here. Another poor, vulnerable soul taken in by Sentius's machinations. He won't get away with this much longer.
I can see nothing I say is going to convince you.
True, but that is simply because you are mistaken.
Do you know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it.
What do you think about the golden rule?
You mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants?
Yes. Hey, any idea where I'd find a Roman plaque?
Look, if I had a Roman plaque in my possession, I'd be happy to sell it to you, but I don't, so I can't.
Fair enough. I want you to withdraw from the election.
Are you insane? You barge into my villa uninvited and then make outrageous demands? Why would I withdraw from an election I'm bound to win?
Well, as soon as you win, you're going to break the golden rule.
Don't talk nonsense. There's no such thing as the golden rule.
You're going to arrest Sentius for treason and sentence him to death by gladiatorial combat.
How could you possibly know that?
Because I know the future.
Nonsense! This is nonsense! I don't know how you know about my plans, but I'm absolutely sure Sentius is involved somehow. And now, I'm going to enjoy watching Domitius kill him even more. Now, get out of here! You outstayed your very limited welcome.
Well, not surprised that he will not withdraw. Would not have expected him to do so. Right, the suicide note directed at Malleolus. So we can't take that, I guess? Yeah, I mean, would it count as stealing? Because you would think that's like, you know, some kind of evidence of Malleolus' wrongdoing. No, I'm looking at things. Look, as a time traveler, it's my obligation to cross many lines. Also, really, if I was doing anything really wrong, then, you know, we'd all turn to gold. Well... killing him would break the golden rule, but maybe if we get the permission of the state.
You've returned. Do you have any news about your investigation?
Yes.
Of course. Well, allow me to explain. The crux to illustrate, if you the same, if either, so that. Excellent. It looks like. Ask then. Good.
Do I not get the option
Of course. What is it?
Okay, no, there it is. Yeah. I think I know who it is.
Yes?
There it was. Malleolus.
Why do you say that?
He's going to convict you of treason, sentence you to death.
I'm speechless. How do you know? Well, I can't be seen. You'd better not waste any. Good. Thank.
So. Okay, he didn't just tell me I can kill him. So I don't have the sanctioning of the state to execute Malleolus. It was very easy to get that for Decius. He said, yeah, go ahead, kill Decius. I get for Malleolus. Do I need just more? I would need to, let's see, I need evidence to link Malleolus to the name Quintus. Dig up dirt on Malleolus. I mean, I found some notes in his house. I mean, I could probably just take those, but I guess I can't. And there's also the bit about Galerius, getting him to run for magistrate. Also, since now we know Malleolus is Quintus, if we did another loop and talk to the assassin, we could actually really take him to Quintus this time. I don't know what that would result in. How would that make things different? I mean, it is something that we can do. We can get to the second floor. Don't mind me, Malleolus. I'm just looking for incriminating evidence against you. Hello? Someone sad in here?
I'm not supposed to be in here.
I'm not supposed to be in a lot of places. Can we talk?
Talk? What business could you possibly have with me?
Why are you locked in this room?
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
What's your story?
I think a better question is, why am I being interrogated by a stranger who just barged into my villa? I have quite enough marriage trouble already, without having to explain to my husband why I'm receiving strange men in private.
Oh, I'm not a strange man. Malleolus knows me. I just got introduced to him. So we're all good. Do you know a way out of here?
Preferably the way you came in, by which I mean, please leave.
What do you think about the golden rule?
I think it's about to be broken if you don't hurry up and leave.
She has some pretty good answers. Very convincing answers. How would you like some help getting back at Malleolus?
An intriguing proposition. Go on.
Yeah, everyone loves revenge. I don't think Malleolus is who he says he is.
Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look. What makes you say that?
Silly clothes? Ma'am, I'll have you know this sweatshirt, where I am from, is considered high-fashioned. It's called a hagao sweatshirt. I think that's how you pronounce that. All these faces, a distinct work of art, ma'am, and if you don't appreciate that, well, I guess there really are barbarians in the past, aren't there? Aren't there? It's just a hunch. I was hoping we could figure out his true identity together.
You know, I may have the very thing you're looking for. Some time ago, when he still cared for me, he wrote me a love letter. Only, he used the wrong name. Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard of among philandering Romans. But in this case, the name he got wrong was his own. I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent response. I let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since. But wait a minute. Why exactly are you helping me?
I want to force him to withdraw from the election.
To withdraw? Listen, I may not be Penelope to his Ulysses, but to ruin his plans to become a magistrate? You must think me quite mad. I've heard enough. Get out of here at once.
Domitius, come quickly. We're being robbed.
Well, you didn't have to call Domitius on me. Is he coming? Well, if I have to deal with him, we'll see. Would killing him in self-defense count as breaking the golden rule? I don't see him around, so I sure am. It doesn't look like he's coming. No, he's just out here doing push-ups. Blasting those biceps.
Oi! How did you get in there, you cheeky little Sturkus? If I cop an earful from Malleolus, I'll be coming for you.
No, I talked with Malleolus. We're all good. We're all buds now. Alright, I am wondering what happens if I tell the assassin to go here. I wonder how that might change things. Let's see, anyway, we should look at the quest log, because we haven't really looked at this much. The main quest, point of origin, we need to create a paradox. Well, we already know about that. We got 2 endings so far by creating paradoxes. The golden rule, find out who's likely to break the golden rule and form Sensus. We know this, it's Malleolus. There's a bunch of people, we can tell him we suspect. Well, if things go on in the normal progression and Malleolus wins, then we know that Malleolus will break the golden rule. Herculean task, we have to collect the 4 plaques. Ask Aquidia about appealing to the gods for help. Okay, that's a main quest. We have not actually tried that. Dying gasp. Okay, this just straight up says to steal the medicine from Decius. Well, that's stealing, so that's something we would do when we're ready to start the loop over. Let's see. Right, dig up dirt on Malleolus, link him to Quintius, thorn in the paw. Oh, yeah, actually, we should tell Lucretia about that. We found out how to cure rheumatism, and we told the Rufius, I think his name is, the guy who's suffering from rheumatism. He wasn't interested in hearing what we had to say, but we could tell the doctor about that. I think we click on that. Okay, yeah, then it tells me where she is. Hey there.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culus cubulatus Decius won't give it to me.
Wish I could help.
It's too late. She just slipped away.
I was hoping to chat. Should I? It's a bad time. It's a bad time, and could I come back later?
No, now it's fine. I can't afford to wallow here, and I need the distraction. What's on your mind?
I figured out how to treat rheumatism.
You made it into the palace. I'm impressed. How is Nelly?
Oh, not great. Physically fine. She's alive, but she wants to just be left alone. And the treatment is willow bark, by the way.
Willow bark. I should have known. It was under my nose the whole time. That's very helpful. Thank you. If this works, it should settle Rufius down some.
And if it settles him down some...
Here. Could you do me a favor and give him some of this? He'll just need to swallow a pinch of it. I'm hoping it will avert disaster.
Right, if it calms him down, maybe he'll tell me about that Roman plaque. He didn't want to talk about it. All right, I can do that.
Thank you. I'm really glad you arrived when you did.
Did I not talk about these other things with her?
I wish. Some people here need proper medical care, not the half-baked, hanging by a thread excuse for treatment I'm giving them.
Oh, you're doing all right.
Don't get sick or injured here. I'll do my best to treat you, but I'm out of my depth and dangerously short on everything you can imagine.
Hey, some things never change. What do you think about the golden rule?
A city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because we can't take the law into our own hands.
I keep hearing the statues whispering. Is that normal?
Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to worry you, but no, that is definitely not normal. There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her.
Yeah, Navia. Yeah.
Navia.
I know about that.
She went a little mad.
Boy, did she! Forget I said anything.
Anything about what?
Can we talk about Yulia?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Was it poisoned or self-inflicted?
Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and so maybe it's best we don't discuss it.
Do you know what poisoned her?
Hemlock, I believe.
Is there any reason why she might have wanted to die?
I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleolus's villa, and they are quite secretive.
Well, I mean, if we could cure her, maybe she could incriminate Malleolus.
Gladly.
I'll be going now.
All right. Well, thanks again for helping remove the thorn from the lion's paw. The spirit of Androcles smiles upon you.
She has no items, unfortunately. She's dead. You know, taking the items wouldn't count as stealing. Oh, there's Decius over there. She? Yeah, this is the stuff. Well, I said taking a corpse's things wouldn't count as stealing. But you know what does count as stealing? Yoink!
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Yep, you're gonna fight him? I want to see that. Yeah, give him the old two-fisted punishment, DC. And that's you, Dominitus. Yes, Dominitus. He's punching. He's punching. And we're on the other side of this, right? Yeah, so we can't actually use that. Does he just teleport there? I'm just wondering. Like, does he run there? Or does he just, like, teleport the instant the rule gets broken? Thanks, Sensus. I would like to break the golden rule right next to that temple so we could see what happens when Sensus gets there. It's like, what does he do that renders him into a skeleton?
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and what you're doing with that bow on your back?
The golden rule is going to be broken soon. I need to... Okay, we tell him to do it? Get everyone except Sensus ready to run into the upper cistern? Okay. So can we actually get everyone ready to go when we talk to the daughter?
What? That's a big ask. But something tells me you're not kidding. All right, I'm going to stick my neck out and believe you. But I doubt I'll be able to gather more than a handful of people.
Well, do your best. Huh. So if we go back to the daughter and do our thing, like, will more people get out this time?
The 49 melodies fetch again.
I mean, I assume he's just going to run to where he normally goes. But the fact that I told him that, is that like a flag that's activated now? Just gonna hang out here? All right. I need to talk to you about running for magistrate. Not right now though, because I'm gonna go see Sensus's daughter and gonna break the golden rule. So hopefully this works.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
Yes, I am, Dominitus. No.
Good. You...
Actually, yes. Is that the golden one? No, that's the golden one. I love how they run. Let's get some arrows back before we go up. There we go. Okay. Hey.
Who are you?
He did not. Nobody sent me. We've had this conversation before.
What? God, am I going out of my mind?
I've told Galerius to lead everyone here when the golden rule is broken so they can escape.
How did you know? Wait, did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me.
All right.
You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
What did you do?
Like that big zoom in on him there.
Where is she?
You're human garbage, you know that?
So that is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me. It's a shame, really. If you'd just done what you were supposed to, you'd have been looping through time forever until you gave up and killed yourself. Just like that soft-hearted pleb, Al.
You remember Al?
Al.
Yeah, he's not. I'm not the only one who remembers everything. Connected the portal.
Surprised you hadn't noticed. He was a moralist.
Al never compromised. That's the thing we like about Al. He never compromises on what he believes is right. I will compromise on that all the time.
Before we finally, I watched him come through the portal each, and when he finally saw the futility of it all, as the next time I awoke, I'd have preferred if you'd given me more. Just the 3, not many. But don't worry, in any case, there's no escape. Better to end it all now. So, you discovered my secret. So what?
Zoom! You're gonna die a painful death.
Do you really think you could take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow?
No, yes.
Who? Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
Yeah, I still don't know how she does that. He goes up real fast.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go. The others should be right behind us. Hey, what's happening to you? That light, it's so...
Right, paradox activate. But it should be the case now that most of the townspeople escape. In ending number 2, only the daughter escaped. But we're saying, it sounds like we're saying that others will now also escape. Let's see if that is how it goes. Hey, Al.
Hi there.
Yeah, I know, Al. I know. Alworth, I came in here to find you. Can you catch my name? I might say, I hope you know who I am.
You should ask. I was just reading an old tablet I found here.
That's right, my name's on that tablet.
1,000 years ago. Freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla, who then... It said the attack caused golden statues...
That's what happens?
Apparently, Scintilla...
Okay, a handful of other citizens...
While the stranger disappeared in a flash of light.
Hope Decius wasn't among them. That weird, that definitely was not me.
I didn't for one moment think it was, but the way you say that makes me wonder. I mean, how many people with that name could there be in this place?
I mean, 2?
I understand how you could have been here 2,000 years ago.
Okay, so lying actually makes no difference. I found your corpse hanging from a noose.
I'm sorry, come again?
Here's your suicide note.
Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around. This is...
Yeah, this is very similar to ending 2.
I'm not following.
Right. Help Scintilla kill the magistrate.
Because a man from 2,000 years ago...
That's correct.
He never...
That's correct. Now you're getting it.
I guess you saved my life then. As well as helping a bunch of others to escape. That's a lot to take in.
Sure is. Enough talk.
Maybe we can escape through the same aqueduct Scintilla used, if we can find it.
It's right here in this cistern. Alright, so it was the same conversation, except instead of just Scintilla escaping, it was Scintilla and a few other people. So that's a difference, right? Like, that's enough of a difference to get a different ending, I hope.
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple.
Mm-hmm, you hammer those nails.
You go on ahead. I'll be there soon.
I mean, if someone's really determined, that's not going to stop him, but, you know, a little bit of deterrence might be enough for most people. Yeah, let's go talk to Karen and see if she has anything different to say about our performance. Woo!
You're back, but you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
No, he'll be here. He'll be here.
What a relief. Thank you so much. Why don't you tell me what you just...
Discovered the ruins of an ancient underground city.
Really? Sounds amazing. And did you... Oh, look. Here he comes.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an event 2,000 years ago. Supposedly, the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of... well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was... Scintilla?
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here. I think she meant for you to read it. Here, take a look.
I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this, but Octavia, Lucretia, Horatius, Equitia and I will never forget you, or what you did for us. It pains us that so many of our dear friends were not so fortunate, including Ulpius and Galerius.
Oh no, Galerius!
We tried to rescue Dooley, but never made it back. But there is no point dwelling on what might have been. All we can do is take this gift you've given us and try to show others the same compassion you showed us. We promise you that saving our lives was not for nothing. Scintilla et al.
Oh man, Galerius is a true hero. He went back for Dooley.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
I guess since I did not mention that she's Karen, her eyes don't start glowing. All right, Karen, ferry us home. That's 3. That is ending 3. How many might have survived if I've confronted the god of the underworld? Okay. So the first 3... Okay, so these 3 endings, pretty similar. One... in the first ending, Al was quite mad at us because we left everyone to die, and I guess we don't escape from the cistern. Ending 2, Scintilla escapes, and we escape the cistern because we know how she did it. And ending 3, it's Scintilla and a few other of the townspeople escape, and also Al and I escape from the cistern. So those are 3 endings. Now, ending number 4, you can see it's like way down that path. It's like going from the beginning on the left side of the timeline to number 3. That's like a third of that line. And then like the remaining 2/3 appears to be the path to ending number 4. Which I suppose probably means we have to do all of the quests to get there, including getting all those plaques, so we can put them on the obelisk and open the temple. So we presumably can talk to Pluto. Is what I'm guessing is what we have to do for 4. People say ending 4 is good. Well, some people say it's good, some people just say it's crazy, which doesn't necessarily mean good. If people say it's different. They say it's very different. And apparently on the right side where it says there's a spoiler warning, it mentions the White Hallway. Apparently the White Hallway is the true ending. It's ending 4. Okay. So, we did get endings 1 and 3, so now we have the first 3 endings. I guess that means we're now going to actually make a serious attempt to get number 4, which is going to mean crossing off all these quests we got in our journal. So I guess when we get back to Forgotten City, we will... Okay, we can give the medicine to Lucretia to save Yulia, and I assume that if she lives, that we can probably talk to her about Malleolus, maybe incriminate Malleolus, and also the assassin will still be alive. Maybe we can direct the assassin to Malleolus because we can tell him that he's Quintius. Maybe we can do that. So that's a couple ideas for what we can do as we continue on in the Forgotten City. We're going to be looking at our journal, looking at our quests, looking at the side quests, doing all of them until we get that ending number 4. And we got to talk to Galerius about running for magistrate. Like I said when we were talking to Galerius in a previous session, that guy looks like he should be the true protagonist of this game, not us. Seems to be correct. So we'll be talking to him about running for office next time. As we continue on in the Forgotten City, as we now begin... I'm going to put our noses to the grindstone, going to get into real detective mode, and going to be going for that 4th ending as we continue.